What is good, beautiful people? Today is amazing. You are amazing. And the moment is here that you've all been waiting for. The father that became homeless for 150 racks, $150,000 due in child support. I'm going to be giving you my thoughts on it, my opinions on it, my perspective on it. And they deleted or banned the main page of it. So I'm going to be showing you the one that I did a reaction to. And we were able to get millions and millions and millions and millions of views on this. You're talking about, 6 million on one and then almost 500K on the other. So we're going to react to it. Without further ado, here we go. Subscribe, like, everything. Y'all, 1.7 million views in 48 hours. Y'all love this shit. Let's react to it and let's see how they doing fathers in this nation.
Okay, if your mother would have complied to the request that I made for a DNA test, I would have been there. You would have never had to hurt for nothing. Never wanted for anything.
Answer to that. No one ever asked me for a DNA test.
You're a liar.
I've
requested from the courts. I've requested for 23 years. I've been fighting this, Teresa.
Me with any request whatsoever.
You are a liar. I've got the proof. The judge has the proof where I've requested.
And let me be clear. You have been responsible for child support, Mr. Dennis,
yes,
all these years.
I have been homeless because of it.
Mr. Dennis, you say you have been denied
by courts
the DNA test that you've needed.
Yes, ma'am,
for
23
something years.
Yes, ma'am.
You have been homeless.
I have been homeless because I can't pay
child
rent,
support.
pay my bills because my checks have been garnished. 66 1/3% of my check. And I can't pay rent. I can't do nothing. I don't have a life.
First of all, this is wicked. This is a wild-ass world we live in. Anybody who tries to deny that the court system typically rules in the favor of the woman is just plain delusional and in denial. What you see right here is Good Buddy says he has $150,000 in debt. $150,000 in debt. He can't get a life, can't have a place to live. They're garnishing 66% of his checks. This is absolutely ridiculous. And my question first off is, why are DNA tests not mandatory? Like, why is it just not normal, typical protocol? Like, why on earth would they not just be like, okay, there's DNA available because the baby's covered in DNA, the mother's there, the father's there typically. If you can get the DNA test and everything in one fall swoop, why would you not do it? Oh, probably because they want you to find out so you can get paid the child support. This is how the government makes money. This is how they keep women rewarded for poor choices, for not knowing or knowing damn well who the father is and who it isn't, but still making another man pay for another man's mistakes. Now, we don't know if it is or is not his child, but either way, to deny someone a test for 20 years is pretty damn wild if you ask me. But let's keep rolling the clip.
And I have got the proof of my rares what I'm back owed.
Jerome, let me see that, please. And I can see this makes you emotional because you believe you did the right thing in the beginning by requesting a DNA test.
Yes, ma'am.
You truly felt like at that time your wife had been unfaithful to you.
Yes, ma'am.
And you asked for a DNA test.
Yes, ma'am.
You were not granted it.
Yes, ma'am.
From that point on, you were responsible for child support each and every month over the last 20-something years.
Yes,
and you've now just presented to the court
the rares I'm behind.
That your payments are approximately $300 every single month.
Whatever, Jefferson.
And you are $146,918.51 in arrears.
And I look over my shoulder every day in fear of going to prison.
And then this cycle just kept continuing?
Yes, ma'am, because I can't even get my driver's license.
Okay, I'm befuddled. As you see, this is crazy. They talking about putting Good Buddy in prison, and he didn't even get the opportunity to get the DNA test. Why the hell would you have to wait 20-something years, 20-plus years? Not only is this detrimental to the father and the daughter, because the daughter's growing up without a father figure, both parents are important, and he's being denied the ability to even know if it is his child. Like, what kind of world is this? Garnishing your check and not being able to get a license, have a life, that impacts everything that you do. It impacts the potential girls that you can attract. It impacts your jobs. It impacts, if you can't get a certain job because of the restrictions, how can you ever make it out of this hole? It's crazy as hell, but let's keep watching.
License. The reason I haven't been there is because I don't believe she is my child. Her mother had denied me a DNA test, so why would I believe the child's mine? Why would I want to get involved with the child and come to find out years later that the child's not mine anyway.
Because if your wife had gotten pregnant by you and it was your child, but you were confused or doubtful, what's the point? Let me just prove them wrong and let's have this DNA test so
Exactly.
you
If
can
you
be
got-
quiet.
Not one lie told. You got to get the DNA test out the way so that way you can, like, okay, if the guy has any doubt that you were sleeping around with him or something like that, and you want him to pay for the child and be there 100%, why not give him 100% of the respect and get the test, knock it out, so that way all uncertainty is fine. You can nip it out the bud. All uncertainty is over with. You can make him certain if you want him to take care of the child. And I also want you to pay attention how the lady that's on the phone, the mother of the child, she's not even in court, and peep how casual she keeps sounding on the phone. It's wild to me, like this man isn't 150 racks in debt or 100 whatever it is in debt. Like, it's just casual to her.
So, Ms. Miro, what would you like to say in response?
That it was the biggest load of horse pucky I ever heard in my life. Never asked for a DNA test.
You are
have
a liar.
I sent them pictures for 2 years after she was born.
What pictures?
And they never even acknowledged them.
Who did you
I
send
mailed them
pictures to? Who did you
I
mail
sent them
pictures
to
to?
his parents, and they never acknowledged her.
I've never seen any pictures.
Mr. Dennis, you never saw these photos
Never.
that are here on the monitor. You've
Never.
never seen
No, ma'am.
all
Never.
of these pictures that were sent.
Never.
Felt to not have him in your life the way you would have liked to.
Sitting there knowing that you have a biological father out there somewhere that you can't get in contact with and may not want to be in contact with you, it does take a toll. It's sad and it hurts.
I understand. I do apologize about that.
Thank you.
That's
And she carries your name. Her name is Sheila Dennis. Even if you're not her father, her biological father, you have to understand and empathize with the fact that is what she's been told. So all of these years, she's grown up just thinking she's not important enough to pursue. And I'm not, and I'm being this is a human moment, because I mean, you think about it. Somebody tells you, what do you know about my daddy? He's a truck driver. A truck driver? Well, why can't he drive to get to me?
All right, before the judge goes in and keeps trying to make the guy feel bad, I gotta figure out, to me, is this not weird to anybody else? How is a picture equal to a DNA test? You send someone pictures of a child, I'm like, oh, it's yours. How is that equal to a DNA test? I would think you want to get the DNA test so you can get that out the way. You can go on with your life, and it's factual information, not a picture. That's crazy. And then the fact that, and again, it just goes to the psychological damage that's going to go into the child, because they're growing up without a male figure in their life. So might have some resentment issues, might have some trauma there. And there's no guidance, feeling like a parent doesn't want you, doesn't love you. You know what I mean? It's weird, and it causes harm on the child, but let's keep going and see what happens.
I mean, that is logical conclusion. She just did like this. Am I speaking the truth?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
For a child. My father travels across state lines, drives trucks, makes deliveries, picks up, and shows up for a living. But he can't do those things for me.
I can understand.
That's what she's lived with for 20-something years. And I know you are being kind, and I know you are reserving a lot of your emotion because you're trying to be strong. But I had to say it.
Thank you.
So are you both prepared for these results? Either way.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you really thought about
I have,
if I am or if I'm not?
I have.
If he is or if he isn't?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, before we get to these results, it's crazy to me that they found out that Good Buddy is a truck driver. And bro, if you are whipping up trucks, if the lady's weird or something like that, you would think you might want to go check in a little bit more just to see, damn, let me pop in on her to get this DNA test. I'm the type of person that would go to a lawyer, get some type of, I don't know, can you get a document drafted up that says, hey, I legally attempted to get a DNA test and here's video proof, or some type of contractual thing that says that she has to sign that shows, hey, she's not willing to get the test. Can I get something like that? If so, that's what I would do. But let's get to these results and see what's happening.
I'm definitely ready to find out the truth.
I am too. I've been waiting 23 years.
And I won't make you wait a moment longer. Jerome, may I have the envelope, please? These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Dennis versus Dennis, determined by this court, Mr. Dennis, you are the father.
Sorry, baby.
Apologize. It's not your fault. We can try to grow from here.
All right, so let's give him a round of applause. After all, he was the father. You dig what I'm saying? I guess it's El Padre. Is that how you say it in Spanish? He is the father, so that's a blessing. They get to reunite as a family, and as a man, you got to handle your responsibilities. But you know, on this channel, we make you think. So I'm just here to show you, like, look how the court system works. Good buddy was denied a DNA test, very simple protocol thing for 23 plus years, and as a result, had to just find out now that's his daughter. I agree, he could have did a little more to go see her and do these things, but man, this is crazy as hell. He still owes all that money. Let me know what y'all think in the chat, in the comments, what's going on. I pray you love this video. This is another day over here in the channel, becoming a manifester magnet. I pray you manifesting everything you want in this world. Subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and let me know what kind of videos you want to watch next. DM them to me as you've been doing. Y'all send me tons. I'm going to be tagging the channel who this is below if they get their channel back. But again, my bad for my face having to be in it. They took the channel away. I love y'all. Until next time, stay lit, stay healthy, stay awesome. You did.